So we're leaving Merrillville, which is outside of Chicago, and today we are heading for St. Louis, and we're going to take the old Route 66 part to get down there. So it may take a little bit longer, but there will be cool things to see. All right, we made it to Wilmington, Illinois. Illinois or Indiana? Illinois. Which is the home of the...
Giant.
The what?
Gemini Giant.
You mean that guy?
Yeah.
So this is Route 66, the old road. That's Interstate 55, the new road. As we headed south on Route 66, we came across the small town of Odell, Illinois. In the town was an old Standard Oil service station that had been converted into a tourist attraction. It was cool to see an old building that was so well preserved. But like we always seem to do, we showed up on Monday and of course it was closed. I don't know if this is a piece of the original road or not, of the original Route 66. It's kind of this little trail outside of Odell, Illinois, but there's no signs that say if that's what this is. I'm assuming it is. Hey, look what we found. Corn. Like lots.
Lots.
Of what? Corn. Our next stop was the town of Pontiac, Illinois. The town was full of amazing murals, and if you watched our episode on the Pima Air and Space Museum, then you'll know why this mural was my favorite. The town also had a bunch of small replica cars on many of the corners that were extravagantly painted. Gracie's favorite, oddly enough, was painted like a cat. The City Hall was in the middle of town and was a Victorian architecture building that looked like something straight out of a Hollywood musical. Tony and I basically decided that Pontiac, Illinois was Mayberry on crack. We made it into St. Louis from Chicago. That's the perfect look because
I'm feeling it's great.
So our going from west to east, the hotels were pretty good.
Flawless.
Going from east to west, it's just been one thing after another. We got into St. Louis and I guess they had like 10 inches of rain this morning and we couldn't get a key. We've been doing the key on the phone all the way across. Couldn't get the key. Their computer's down and they can't print a key. So they had somebody use, an old school actual metal key to let us in our room. But now we're kind of captive in our room until we get a key.
Or one of us leaves and the other one stays.
Or at least one of us is captive in the room.
My vote, we leave Gracie.
Yeah, my vote, we leave Gracie. She's being a bit of a... She had a moment today.
Of in the ass.
You tell it.
Got to the gas station and I went to jump out of the truck to go get the ice. And Gracie decided to jump out of the truck from the seat. Jump out of the truck and run. So you have to picture this, two 50-year-olds chasing a chihuahua around a gas station next to a freeway, by the way. I tried food and that wasn't getting her, but finally I found a feather. So I lured her in with a feather and then I tackled her to the ground. Here's a tip. Don't open the door if your dog doesn't know how to stay in the car.
Or even if you think your dog knows how to stay in the car, because we thought she knew how.
Because she's been doing so good.
Yeah, just make sure you got a hand on your dog.
A hand on her leash.
Or his leash before, or their harness, or just the dog itself.
Did you see?
See, this is what we've been dealing with all day.
She's like a shit today.
She's just a problem child today. All right, day one in St. Louis. First thing we need to do is laundry. Found a place called
Duds and Suds.
Duds and Suds.
You've entered the car park for your destination.
All right, laundry is done. Tony's hair is getting beautified.
Thank you.
Beautify it. Beautify it.
No, turn that off.
Hold on, we'll be right back.
Turn it off.
And we're back. And now she's beautiful.
Yeah, great.
Like she wasn't beautiful before. But hold on. Have a great day.
Thank you.
That was somebody we met in the laundromat because
Mike Tao talks to everybody.
I talk to everybody. I like to hear stories.
So yeah, we met an older gentleman, an older lady from Thailand. The weather's a little.
It doesn't matter if we get rained on, we get a little wet. It doesn't matter.
And I'm Tony frickin' Tao.
Oh, you're always prepared. We have an umbrella. All right, see you at the Gateway Arch. We're out of here. So we made it to the Arch.
In
St. Louis. So I think one of the things... St. Louis, as Tony is calling it. I think one of the things you have to do is touch the Arch. Ready?
Touching it. Touching it.
It's so cool. St. Louis, couple of questions for you. One I actually had answered by reading off of one of the plaques, which was we were driving through downtown and I was like, look at how expansively wide all of these streets are. Well, apparently there was like a fire in, I think it was 1849, that started on the steamboats down behind us on the river that spread to the city. They had to like blow up a couple of blocks to build a fire break. But then it said after that, they built the city, they rebuilt it with wider streets. So there you go. That's why the streets are so wide.
It doesn't feel as crowded as it's a big city, but it's not crowded.
That was the other thing. St. Louis, where are all of your people? It's lunchtime on a Wednesday downtown. There's no people. Once again, this is downtown at lunch on a Wednesday. We finally found all the people in downtown, and they were at the Sugarfire Smokehouse, which was a barbecue joint downtown. Oh man, the barbecue was amazing. It was proper barbecue with, and our son Mike will appreciate this, with pickles and onions. And they had these crazy barbecue sauces. One of them was a barbecue sauce with coffee.
That was my favorite.
I think it was my favorite too. It was really, really good. Tony Tao might be starting some arguments because she said that the brisket here was better than Austin. What'd you get?
Brisket sandwich.
And what do you think of the brisket?
It's better than Austin's.
Ooh, those are fighting words. I don't know. I think Austin's a little bit better. But then, worse than that, she said that our nephew Jake's potato salad, which is the best potato salad either one of us have ever had, she said this place had better potato salad. Sorry, Jake. Sorry. But they did. And speaking of sides, their barbecued beans were like nothing I have ever had before. Usually you think of barbecue beans as having like, they're in some type of like barbecue sauce, some type of red sauce. These weren't, and they had like a bunch of vegetables in them, and it was in a clear sauce, but the sauce was so sweet and so good. God, I wish I had the recipe for those beans.
And we'll have to research it.
See if we can find it, because it was amazing.
They were delicious. Yeah. No, everything was. I liked St. Louis. Yeah.
So I think it goes on our list as possible place to relocate. I think right now on our list is Albuquerque and St. Louis.
Yeah, but we still have, we're only mid through the second,
Yeah.
we got another week and a half to go.
We've got another week and a half to go. We got other places to see. Today, we are off on the road to Kansas City. Are you going to sing it? Come on, Tony Tao, sing it. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come.
So we gotta go.
All right, Tony says we gotta go. We'll see you in Kansas City, if not sooner.